Hola, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Delaney Fana, and this is another episode of Fana Talks, where I center my conversations on the emotional and psychological dimensions of our everyday lives. Ooh, life is feeling so amazing. Let me tap in once again to how I'm feeling compared to last episode. Good God, like life is just so good. Life is so fruitful right now. I feel so grateful and present. I'm feeling a lot lighter than last time. I was very sleepy, very tired. But it just takes a little nature walk. Just takes a little having fun with friends. The Knicks parade. I went to the Knicks parade. I went to a boat ride party for the first time. Went out with some friends again. It just seems like Allah just wants me to have more fun in my life. Like, I know I can work. Like, work is going to be work and it will always be there. But right now, I just need to take a little breather and enjoy the love and really embrace the people in my life that want to show me the love while I can, while I'm still alive. And alhamdulillah, like it's just been so present, and today my day has been very just flowy. I've been doing my astaghfirullahs. Today specifically, I just felt to do it. And when I feel like I am present with the astaghfirullahs, I'm present with my day. And they always say, when you do like the 10,000 a day, I'm at like what, like 4,000 something. So that's kind of halfway. They say when you do the 10,000, something really amazing is supposed to happen. I already feel the greatness and the power of it already, and I'm only just halfway. And so I started doing it like at work. I would just do it like, while I can, while I'm just breathing. And I consider that also prayer for me and meditation because I'm just very present with my body and with the intention of having a great day. Like just, I intend to have a great day, great life. And so Allah's going to show me that. And so I'm traveling to now Chai Spot, like after going to work. Chai Spot is actually one of the best spots in New York City. To me, I feel like it's such a sacred sanctuary whenever you just need a little break. And if you want some intimate time and space with friends, family, loved ones, just go ahead and just take it a visit. And I was there, I was meeting, and I at first was gonna like sit in the front because there's like these really comfy couches and you take your shoes off, you get all comfy. But something told me to just sit in the back, like in a corner. And if you know Chai Spot, you know that there's just a bunch of different couches and pillows, and then there's just like, it's like a room full of mirrors and stuff with nice little sparkly curtains. And I went to the back in the corner, and then there was these two lovely ladies that were just sitting there, and I got complimented on my beautiful son earrings. And I love compliments, and it's just really good and affirming to hear it from someone else. And we just, once again, just like bounced off of each other's love and energy, and it was very reciprocal. And then we just started talking like that. Those kind of conversations are just so beautiful and so eye opening. So I was present with what it was gonna show me, and present with what I was just experiencing in the moment. And these lovely ladies just started talking to me about everything I was gonna talk about today. I'm like, damn, like what? Like this alignment is just so once again it's just fruitful and it's abundant, and I'm just so grateful for just the intention of like me writing it down too. Like before I would paint and talk about things and create, and while that was very beautiful and I was very present with whatever flowed, now it's more so me journaling it and just bullet points. It's not even about it in depth. We started talking about generational wellness. Like we talk about generational curses and generational wealth, but this episode is going to be called generational wellness because we started talking about like, yes, the state of the world, mental health and the transitions of life, of like getting laid off of work and what that shows you as an entrepreneur or an upcoming or aspiring entrepreneur, and solidarity as women, and regulating the nervous system, and just tea and love and play. And I'm like, wow, like all this beautiful love that I done put out, like I just see it mirrored in just other forms in front of me. And mashallah, like these beautiful women have, affirmed with me in today's conversation of just mental health. I think mental health is such an important topic to talk about. In this day and age, we are talking about it a lot more. It's not as taboo. However, generationally, our parents and our grandparents never really had the tools to talk about these things, and the emotional intelligence that we have and that we're able to, uphold now for them in honor of them, I think is very powerful and very sacred, because I will never not express gratitude for my parents for bringing me to this earth. That's first and foremost. My mother, literally, for carrying me for 9 months, like, thanks. Like, thank you. I won't be here. I would not have the bones, the blood, the breath, the eyes to see my health. Like, all to my mother, for carrying me and sacrificing. That's a huge act of love. Viva el amor. Talk about viva el amor. And my father as well, like just being the healthy masculine in my life and raising me to be the beautiful young woman that I am becoming. And for them to do that and to give me the opportunity to even be in front of a camera right now, like I'm just looking at life now in just a different POV. Just gratitude for me even sitting here and being able to talk to you guys about everything that I know and the tools that I learned that has helped me with my mental health, that can help you, that can potentially help them if they're watching this. And then even, women or men my age and their parents and so on and so forth. Because I think that that's just the main thing, like the main purpose and goal of our life. Like, yeah, we can work, and we could hustle bustle, and they didn't have an option to choose to go to chai spot after work. Like they worked all day and it was survival for them. And, again, gratitude to my parents for just sacrificing so much. And to anyone who's watching this, always express gratitude to your parents, because there are things that, they don't speak about in their journey, in their past. And, it's good to just share that appreciation, whether you're speaking with them or not speaking with them, and blah, 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 blah. Emotions get in the way. Just always express the gratitude, because there's a lot that goes on in or has gone on in their lives that they may not, feel comfortable speaking about, or may not even know how to navigate that, really. And so in this conversation that I was having with the ladies and what I will be expressing today, it's about the mental health, right? Like mental health matters. It is sometimes not always ours. It's not always our thoughts that we think. It's not always our ruminations that we, are experiencing. And I believe that everything that we experience mentally is generational, and our nervous systems are deeply embedded in what others have experienced in our past, what we may have experienced, when in our childhood, and like what we're still processing. But I believe all of it is generational, like especially as women, right? So our wombs are sponges. And so I'm not only experiencing my experience right now in life, but also a different version of life compared to my mother's. Like, and so she's experiencing her life in a different version than my abuelas, because what they said, I learned something. It was like the Oh, so my grandmother, when she had my mom in her belly, my mom was already developing like the energy and the trauma and the experiences in her womb as she's in my grandmother's belly for me and for my sister, and just it's that deep. Like it's all generational. So a lot, and I seen my life go in that trajectory too. Like there's a lot of similarities and a lot of things that I've seen and the patterns that I've seen that has gone down, and I'm just like, oh, this is very similar. I'm the one that's supposed to be breaking this. I'm the one that's supposed to be, ducking and dodging all of this, because I'm not. I'm aware. Alhamdulillah, I'm aware. Thank God, right? And I think that, we in this generation take for granted on how much information really is out there. On the click of on our fingertips, like we can search literally anything up, and go to therapy and go to these self-development classes and read these books and have the capacity for these conversations, when a lot of people don't, or it's not just their time yet. I don't like to say like it's just a definitivamente no. It's just not yet. So I have here, that your health is your wealth, but also your mental health is your wealth as well. And it's just a doorway to wealth. I say that because the more that we are able to recognize, like, okay, what is it that I'm feeling internally? What is it that I'm feeling mentally? Am I doubting myself? Am I ashamed? Am I feeling guilty? Am I paranoid? Am I feeling a bit of mood swings? Am I eating right? Am I not eating right? All of it is a reflection of what we're experiencing mentally. And then there's the brain heart coherence as well. Dr. Joe Dispenza speaks a lot about it in Becoming Supernatural. And while that's the more scientific way of speaking about it, Capital Steez, Capital Steez, RIP to him, speaks a lot about 4-7, like 4-7 love. And, Capital Steez, I don't know much about him, but I highly believe that his spirit is everlasting and his message will always live long, especially just with 4-7, because if you know about, like the chakras, we have a bunch, of meridian points in our body. However, Americanized is just 7, but we have the heart and we have the crown. And if I'm not mistaken, the 4th and the 7th chakra is the heart and the crown. And they're purple and green. And if sidebar, there was a phase in my artistry where I used purple and green a lot, like follow the purple and green. And I would just take pictures of things in the street and things around me that I would find of purple and green, because that was a time where I was heavily embedded in learning about the heart and the brain coherence, about the Dr. Joe Dispenza and what he would speak about too. And so what Capital Steve spoke about with 4-7 love is when you achieve the heart and brain coherence in your life and in the people around you, you achieve harmony. And that's similar to saying the yin yang, and that's similar to saying the feminine and the masculine. The feminine is very much heart-centered. This is not to say the masculine isn't, but the feminine is mainly, through the heart. And the masculine is the more logical, analytical, energy. And that's all in the crown, the receiver. And I highly believe in just even the connections that I have had. Wow, like it is pure bliss when you are in working in tandem with a masculine when you are a feminine, or when you are working with a feminine when you are a masculine, because we need each other. Like, there's just no way. There's absolutely no way that we're here as men and women to be fighting with one another. And, you know, achieving that, I feel, we will then become a lot more peaceful with one another, a lot more kind. And, that coincides with the mental health. I think, similar to what Yoko Ono has said, there will become a time where we're all going to reach a state of pure and clear and honest communication. And that also coincides with mental health, because a lot of what we experience mentally is, once again, it's not our thoughts a lot of the time. And it's a lot of perceptions, and of, oh, like I think that this person thinks this of me, or like, what if I don't do that? And like, it's just a lot of like those conversations of like the tug and pull of like the what ifs, and like, and fear. Like, they want us to, thrive off of fear, when it's really not that. And it's all rooted in love. Once there's communication and clarity and reassurance in our conversations, I think that we'll become much more at peace, and less stagnant. Like, less blockages will be, going on in the brain. We don't want to go insane in the membrane, because that 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 stops us. That stops us from doing what we got to do and loving fully, and we create our own barriers a lot of the time. And once again, once it comes to like connections, I think reassurance is something that's really important, because your partner or your friend could be thinking about one completely different thing that you're thinking about, that may not even be true. And then when you hear it, it's like, what? Like, no, sweetheart, like that's not it. Like, this is my intention of when I said this. This is my intention of why I said this. It's like angel communication. And yeah, I think that really helps stabilize, the mental. And then just with wellness too, like breathing. Whew, breathing. I took a public speaking class in my first 2 years of college, and I'll never forget, this professor taught me something so simple but so powerful. She said, when we're speaking and we're in front of a bunch of people and our voices are shaky, it's not because, yeah, it is because we're nervous, right? But the reason why you're shaky is because you're breathing from your chest. And to diminish that, or to lessen that, you got to breathe from your belly. And so she did the whole like balloon exercise. Like, imagine you're breathing a balloon in your belly, like you're expanding the belly, and then you're releasing out. And when I tell you, oh my God, that was in 2018 or 2019 that I've learned that. I've used that technique and that method ever since. And not only when I'm public speaking, but when I do find myself about to ruminate, or when I feel like I'm just like, yeah, like just going from place to place to place, girl, just breathe. Like, it's okay. Because breath is literally the first thing that we do, when we come into this world. And so that's chi right there. So if you're not breathing, you're not regulating your nervous system. And to make your nervous system chill, you got to chill the fuck out. You got to breathe. You got to breathe a little bit. And that's helped my students so much. That has helped me so much. And I think that's another technique in which I can offer to anyone navigating through mental health and just trying to get to a more peaceful place in their life. Yeah, I think that we just need to lean on each other a lot more too. That's another thing, another method of just loving on oneself so that you can love on others. Community is really important to me. And sometimes we feel like in this world, it's a very much, there's a term for it. I don't really remember it right now, but it's just independent. Like, it's very independent driven. And if you can't do it by yourself, then you can't do it ever, and da, 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 da. Like, no, don't depend on anybody. I'm just like, really? Like, okay, like, I get the whole self-love thing, love on yourself and all those things, but who am I going to speak to when I am ruminating? Like, I could talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like, always gonna be there for me, alhamdulillah. However, talking to a friend is also really important, and just calling up a friend like, "Hey, do you have the capacity? Do you have space for me right now?" And talking it out, like, that gets the dopamine going, and the serotonin and the oxytocins and all those levels that need to be leveled. Sometimes we're missing that when we feel like we gotta retreat, and we feel like we gotta, like, pull back a little bit. And yeah, like, I highly value friends. I highly value specifically women that I could just speak to, and connect with, that are just on the same timing as I am, and just like-minded. Like, hey, like, I just don't have the capacity today, or hey, do you have an open ear? Just help me out a little bit, just communicate, and it's all right. Put your ego aside. Like, we get it, you strong, Delaney. Yeah, I had to release that long time ago. I'm like, nah, I want people to see me. I want to be more vulnerable with myself. So why not practice it with the people that I love? And yeah, so I'm Dominican. I'm gonna kind of stare into something that it's correlating with this too. And the work that I do is very intentional when it comes to wellness and therapeutic art. So my main goal is to transform the the collective feeling of longing into mystical works of art. And not just mystical works of art, but experiences as well. And, whoever is supposed to be alongside with that too will join. And, all of that is already divinely written, divinely orchestrated. So I am Dominican. So I come from, I'm born and raised here, Brooklyn, New York. However, both of my parents were born in Dominican Republic. And so a lot of that is, passed down as to what is accepted, what is culturally not accepted about mental health. And, speaking of DR, like, just, man, going to DR, that's another thing that I feel is really healthy, traveling, kind of getting away and just experiencing a new environment, new people, new culture. The hospitality in DR is A1. Let me talk a little shit about DR a little bit, but I think it's top tier. And I've experienced some islands, but there's nothing like unwinding in Dominican Republic. And if you can ever experience it, there's an opportunity for you right now. So, reason why I'm mentioning wellness and just mental health is for for you to reflect, but also with the work that I do, I and two other very powerful women are offering a 3-day holistic retreat for locals in Dominican Republic and for anyone else within the states. It is called Dominican Republic Retreat con las primas. And if you don't know Spanish, con las primas means with the cousins. So I wanna read a little bit about these two other women and also myself, just so people get a little gist about our intention and our offering to community and what we desire to, create for everybody in the world, So I'm going to speak on Devin, the visionary, Devin Visionary. So, Devin, I've known Devin for quite some time. I'm not sure when we met, girl, like 2021 or something. She met me with purple hair. I met her doing tarot and dark lipstick in an event. And we were just both vibing. And to see the transformation in the both of us, oh man, we're both enlightened now. And she's a beautiful, beautiful soul. She's a yoga facilitator. If you see her work, you're gonna understand. You're just gonna get it. Like, so let me read. So, Devin, a professional big kid creating a career in creative healing. The mission is to guide individuals toward inner healing using holistic wellness and creative expressions. The vision is to support creatives on their respective journeys towards a balanced and fulfilling life. That's Devin for you. And now, the next woman that I will be speaking on is Noemi. And Noemi and Devin are both fiery Leos. Ugh, I just love my Leo so much. And I met Noemi in Momentum Education in our leadership program. And Noemi just represents light, warmth. Every time I see her, she and I are always dancing some type of like, I just love it. I just love what she gives off, and she's super nurturing, very open, and very attentive. And I'm going to read a little bit about Noemi. So MSRDN, CD, CES, and CEO of Nutrivad LLC, specializes in obesity and weight management for both pediatrics and adults, and is a certified diabetes care and education specialist. That is the CDCES. Her mission is to empower individuals to take control of their health through an intuitive, mindful, culturally inclusive approach to wellness, tearing down misinformation, mental barriers, harmful expectations, and focusing on sustainable lifelong habits. That's Noemi for you. It's a lot of love right there. And now for Delaney Fana, Delaney's Art. I am the founder of Delaney's Art. And the founder of Delaney's Art is a multifaceted artist who creates from her subconscious mind and aspires for communities to find their voice through their originality. Her mission is to host interactive, sensory-based art workshops that invite participants of all ages to slow down and create in a shared public space for reflection, creativity, and community engagement, with a focus on uplifting marginalized communities. Now, that's just a summary of the very three powerful musketeers, that are creating this beautiful retreat in Dominican Republic. Our intention is really just to stay present with everybody, and we have nothing but love and care to offer to you all. It's really a wellness retreat. It's 3 days. Once again, it's a holistic approach to slowing down and just taking care of your body, and especially the locals in Dominican Republic, man. I feel like, they enjoy La Isla a lot. Pero it's taboo over there to speak about mental health. And for us to be bringing this work into Dominican Republic, I feel like it's very regal. And yeah, I'm just super excited to be doing this type of work and this play. Let me stop calling it work. It's literally play with these two divine feminines. And I'm sharing this with everybody, and whoever is interested, we're keeping it pretty intimate. So if you are interested, please do DM me. My Instagram is Delaney Fana. Let me get their Instagrams right, just in case if, anyone feels more comfortable reaching out to anyone else. Devin's Instagram is Divisionary Art. So that's DEVISIONARY .art. And then Noemi's Instagram is Noemi Jorge, which is NOEMY .JORGE. And my Instagram is Delaney Fana. It's spelled DELAINYFANA. And I highly believe that whoever's supposed to join us, in this retreat will be the perfect participants, and family, really. We're having a couple of dates, we're speaking about August, September, around that time. If things change, we will communicate that. We're very flexible. But definitely take the time to, invest in your health, invest in what matters most to you. And if it, aligns, it aligns. And I so look forward to just catering, and taking care of community with therapeutic art, sensory experiences. I love, love, love what I do so very much. And I fall in love with it every time that I hold space for people. So, yeah, I'm going to end off with that. I think it was enough said with everything that I shared today. I love you all. I love myself. So please stay tuned to more episodes. There will be a lot more love that I'll be sharing with you all. So until next time, on another episode of Fana Talks. Thank you.